Hello, I am a nerd. This is a video about the Tuskegee Airmen, who were a group of African American aces who fought in World War II alongside other pilots. But this information was recently deleted from US servers out of fear of the lingering orange fart in the White House. So, I thought it would be best to go over this information piece by piece. The Tuskegee Airmen were a group of really skilled pilots who were taking down the modern German planes, or modern at the time, with much older service planes that had been used before. So they were taking out much more advanced technology with much less advanced technology, even though they were going up against some of the best fighter pilots Germans had to offer. And it gets even scarier because these aces, they were incredibly skilled. Not only that, but they were drafted from civilian units. Some had prior flight experience, whereas some came with nothing but the grit and a dream. What they wanted to do was fight in the US Air Force just like any other man. But the backlash was enormous. The US commanders said they had to made them wait 14 months before graduating, as compared to a Caucasian pilot's 4 months they'd have to wait to hit the skies. But still, one of the better officers who was serving at the time accused them of dragging their feet and said his only requirement was for them to be the best. So the Tuskegee Airmen took to the skies, and the first African American to ever shoot down a German plane, big news. It was big news all over the world. And the shots were felt back home in the African American presses. To think that one of them was fighting in this deadly war was incredible and kind of a big win for the population as a whole. So, the Tuskegee Airmen were incredible aces at fighting in the sky, but down here on the ground, two racist officers came to their commander and said, "This is a list of all our objections to the Tuskegee Airmen. Please get them off the force now." Now, one of the highest serving members of their Air Force argued in front of the Pentagon against these racist officers. They said, despite having less technologically advanced planes and no African American officers in high positions of power, they were able to take down more German aircraft than other units in the military. Even while they were having that meeting, the Tuskegee Airmen took out a fair few airplanes. And well, he stated his case and won. The Tuskegee Airmen beat the officers over the head with their victory, and they painted the tails of their planes red because that Senate hearing meant they got more modern equipment to work with. They painted the tails of their planes red because they wanted it to be a signifying marker. And soon would come the name, the Red Tail Angels. And I've got to tell you, I'm a big fan of theirs. I absolutely love telling you about the Tuskegee Airmen. But it was taken off of US servers because of political malpractice. I'll leave it at that. But we can't afford to forget history. Because if history doesn't teach us not to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, who will? I am a nerd.